Alright, hello everyone, so let's take a look at today, Friday. Now, no news Friday, and yesterday I talked about the swing hours, so Thursday and Friday, also as you know, from last weekend I posted the swing days, so you should be on top of it. Gold's got Thursday, Friday, so yesterday and today and today is going to be relevant for us. Now remember, I said we're going up. So Monday was a swing day coming down. Thursday, Friday swing day. Thursday market makes a low to push up. That's good to see. Also remember, I did say if it pulls back, we can go up again. It's not a problem. The market did pull back and it filled in that level there. Remember I said there's a zone here yesterday. That zone was where there was one zone here. Okay, so that you can see is your manipulation. And what did I say? I said look out for the gap. Where's the gap? The gap is there. Alright, where's the swing hour? This is the swing hour. Alright, it's pretty much filled in this little gap here as well. Look, there's that little gap too, as you can see here, and it's filled in nicely. Swing hour going up, and that's that. So no real dramas here, as you can see. Breakout, we're just following it through. So if you bought in on the pullbacks, it should have been okay. If you, this was earlier than the video that I did. Okay, when I did the video, we were just, I think, around here somewhere, or slightly later, I'm not sure. But if you took financial astrology from me, you would have been in the game anyway. In any case, even if you got the video late, like in the US, you could have always joined in on the pullback, swing hour, fill in the gaps, push forward. Now, as you can see, I'm just going to get rid of that now. These are today's swing hours. So what we'd like to go is we'd still like to move forward and push up. Why? Because you see we've got room to go now with this new setup. It's 74. I've got 2,619, which we can kind of look forward to. Right, so yesterday that was 2,620, so 6,219 today. Obviously day to day that's going to change, so on the daily that's how it is. On the weekly, as you can see, we still have room, and like I said before, I did mirror this whole thing for you beforehand, so we should be doing that up and down as we go. We will see gold up here. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. So the important thing for us, though, this is the weekly, because we're like day trading or short-term trading. What we want to do, we want to see pullbacks to get back into the game. You can also do this, take this for a channel, mirror that up, and that will be a Fibonacci ratio of the major one. Okay, so that's no big deal. You can do that as well. On the monthly, you can see the market's got room to go up. This is going up, and there's no gap here except this big major one here. I don't see the market taking a big fall at the moment. Okay, gold should be, the trend is up. You can see we're breaking up, so we should mirror that. So what you can do is, if the market does pull back during the day, you can keep pushing upwards like the daily pivots. Okay, we don't have a decent PST level on the daily to pull back into, but like I said, Thursday, Friday were swing days. So Thursday, buying the pullback was also an opportunity, because as you can see, that was pretty much, if you go back, Wednesday was the low, and that Thursday was the retest here on the weekly, pushing upwards. Okay, and that's the swing hour too. All right, on the euro dollar, now same with the euro dollar. I said this is a zone the market will want to get into, and the market did do that yesterday. So as you can see, that's it, level there. So we still have maybe going up to 12 on the monthly. You can see that that's LCL1 1225. It's on the cards for us. So 1225, that's 1197, which is 12 pretty much. And on the daily, you can see this might be breaking out. Okay, we've got to be careful here. This might be a fake breakout, but like I said, that 1225 on the monthly is on the cards. So putting that here, all right, is okay. All right, and the market needs to break and close above that to get there. So because this is a sell zone from before, you need to be careful. What we needed to do with the euro dollar is, which is what I did say, was if it pulls back into the daily PST, you can go long with it. Okay, if you did that, you should have been okay. Also yesterday, look, if you check out, today's the 20th, right? So if you check out yesterday's hours, look, this is a pullback at 4:45. We had 10 past 5. That's your 10 past 5. Okay. What's that? This is 1 o'clock. Yesterday we had 10 past 1. I mean, so that's like 10 past 1, blah, 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 that. And what did I say? 8 o'clock, targeting also 11:45. That's your, well, that's your 8 o'clock right there on your PST. 11 o'clock, targeting 11 o'clock is 11:45, targeting 11:45. What is there? Okay, so you know what I mean? It's like, it's not rocket science. If you're at the highs, if you're at the lows, you know that's the opening. Closing is there as well from yesterday. It's a swing hour, you know, you can get in the game. So today also, it's, check your swing days, because euro dollar was yesterday, all right, and yesterday was Thursday. And if you take a look at Thursday, that's the low of the week, okay, because you're Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. So Monday, and that's your Thursday, low of the week, making a swing day right on a daily PST, and then, you know, kind of like pushing up. So not much to talk about here, okay? You want to follow this up. I think it's doable. If you want to buy, this was a PST level also from yesterday. If you want to buy, it's okay to do so. At swing hours, I'd be looking for this because there's a gap here. So you want to mind the gap, come back down a little bit where it's reasonable. If it keeps pushing upwards, then, you know, don't obviously buy the highs where they, you know, where they might be selling off. Today, important hours would be 8:30, okay, 8:30, and lunchtime is going to be important, like 11:40 to 1:20 is going to be important, okay. And in the US session, just look out for 4:20, 6:05, and 8:30 to 8:50. That's going to be important. And also this is going to be a tricky day, okay, so be careful in the New York session. New York session is going to be lively, and it might push it all the way into 10 o'clock, and it might be like, you know, fast and furious kind of thing. So once the market finds direction, it should be a nice, you know, push. All right, this will probably affect the euro dollar as well, since a planet involving the euro dollar will be in action. Let's take a look at SP 500. So that might actually, before we move to the SP 500, so that might actually be like a push, you know, breaking out. Okay, so yeah, and that like kind of resonates with what's going on here. SP 500, obviously indices we also talked about. You know, the swing days for those as well from last Sunday. With the indices, I did say Dow Jones has Thursday. So when one of them has a Thursday, obviously that's your Thursday. If you take a look at Dow Jones as well here, that's your Dow Jones. Boom. Is it your Dow Jones? This is NASDAQ. It's US 100. This is Dow Jones. Okay. There you go. And it's all nice and easy. You can get rid of that. It's from ages ago. All right. So, boom. Big day Thursday. Okay. So knowing about it in advance helps. On the weekly, as you can see, we had that for a target, 65.5756. Okay, that's your 5756 over there. Yesterday we had 5734. I think that must have been on the daily if we've had it. Yes, there. And it's done, and that's just beautiful. All right, nice and easy. Price gap here closing in. Strength gap here, 64. And that's 5689. 5689. Let's plug that in. 5, 6, 8, 9. Plus we got the daily pivot there. Okay, so this is also not a bad place to get back into the game if it comes in to go further up. But that's just beautiful because it's right in there touching our PST target. 4:45, as you can see, we had 10 past 5, and that's your 10 past 5. So market coming down, bouncing off and going back up. 8:45, targeting 8 o'clock. I did have 8 o'clock there. All right, so targeting, we had 8 o'clock and then targeting 11:45. 8 o'clock, targeting 11:45 there on this one. Okay, but after it touches the PST level, or gets closer to there with the hours, as you can see, this is just like pretty much on the dot there. It's just, this is a 15-minute chart, so like in about half an hour, 45 minutes, touching that. Once you're in this zone anyway, you should be taking profit, because the swing hour plus a PST price level, it's like, come on, you don't want to push your luck. So overall, you got to look out for this 65 level, 5756. That's still doable. Okay, I've got a monthly breakout as well. You can see this is huge divergence there, right? The market is going up and up and up, but are the buyers gonna come in? Okay, so that's a big question. Okay, are they gonna keep coming in? Okay, so we'll see how things pan out. I'm going to draw this there. Okay, so sooner or later we'll want to come and touch this line on the monthly as well, before the market decides to push further and further. So sooner or later we're going to dip down here. It's well worth keeping our eyes on it from months in advance. Let's take a look at Dow Jones. Alright, so just be mindful for that weekly PST level, because it is weekly, plus Thursday was a swing day, so making that big push will probably generate a bit more further pushing onto Friday. Alright, so you just got to follow it through. Now here we've got Dow Jones right on the dot, 67, 42,215, and that's your 42,215 there, and it's pretty close. Okay, let's see what we've got on the daily. We're here on a good buy kiss, so this has probably got some more room to push up as well, and if it does, not a problem for us. If it does come back down, where to, you might say, well, maybe that's fair enough, 41,985 or 41,817, which is that 63 level. Okay, but even this on a daily, I think, is okay. If it matches your swing hours, it's reasonable. You want to trade this in obviously the New York session. Okay, so just be mindful, like I say, in the hours, because in New York we are going to get energetic, and once it finds direction, which could be at 5 past 6, okay, that could give us like the turnaround. Okay, so be mindful. 420 might give us a level, but by the time it changes direction, it might be 605. All right, so Nasdaq, let's take a look. Obviously indices are going to be the same kind of thing, and that's your targets being done there. Okay, so I did say this has got room to push up. This can still push up because everybody's stop losses here, so cleaning them out, filling in the gap, and then selling off, I think, is a better option. And you can see the target right there as well. Okay, so if the market pulls back a little bit into the LCL1 line, 19,683, 683 is just around there. All right, which is fine. A bit of a dip down, closing the gap. This is where your manipulation bar is. There. All right, so not a bad spot for the market to dip down and then retest the highs and next week we'll see how things pan out. Okay, and that's how it is. Yeah, so if it comes down first, going up for a retest again is okay, and then next week if we're high we need to sell off. We'll check that when we get there. If with all the indices, you got to be careful. Like I said, that 605 from 430 is going to be a place where the market might start to give us the impression that this is like the limits. Okay, change might come around 605. Okay, where the market will feel like this change needs to happen. It's logical, and then we might have afterwards at 840 to 850, or 830 to 850 rather, we might have like a sudden move that will make things reverse. If it does, it should then push until that 10 to 1130 time zone. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. Now with Bitcoin, remember I said we need to go up because the weekly PSD broke out, and that should have prompted you to be going up. Okay, and yesterday I did say we should at least head up into here. Why? Because that's your mid zone. If you learnt from me, you know where you're going. All right, obviously with the PST you got prices there, you know what the prices you're heading for are. That's done that target there. So as you can see, this is where the market's going. All right, also if you check out yesterday's hours, this is your 11:45. We didn't have anything at 11:45. We had it at 10:35. All right, that's your 10:35, and then 1 o'clock I think we had, didn't we? We had 10 past 1. That's your pretty much 10 past 1 coming into your price target there. All right, right there. The market broke out. So if you sold here, you should not have sold here. If you sold there, you made a mistake. Why? Because I said we got a breakout, we're going up. If you entered the breakout, good on you, because the direction was up. And then we had 4 o'clock. Let's see, where's that 4 o'clock? That's your 4 o'clock opening here, market going up. Then we had 10 past 5. That's your 10 past 5 bar there, and the market going up. I'm thinking into 8 o'clock because we had 8 o'clock. That's your 8 o'clock, and then 11:45. That's your 11:45 there. All right, so that's how things were yesterday. Okay, so if you were to, if you were going up, you should have been like in that zone, and your daily target was there. If it broke out, you could have still gone up. So today, do we have room to go further up? Well, looks like it, doesn't it? As you can see, what's that? Oh my God, Pluto. Let's see. Let's see, bring that back down here. Well, our targeting, as you can see, 66,695 on the price. On the weekly LCL1, 68 round number. I like it. All right, 68, 69, 500. So we're going places. Pullbacks, good to go long? Yes. Okay, we can go long. All right. So just be mindful here. Why? Because this is where they sold heavy. Okay, so whenever we're going somewhere, you got to understand. You got to be careful because they sold heavy here. There are no gaps there. All right, there are no gaps. This is a place where the market sold. Now you can see this is the manipulation bar, and that's the wick. So this zone is not a buy zone. All right, you should have done the buying yesterday. or once the weekly PST broke out. This is not a buy zone, despite the fact that the market's got room to go up. Fucking now get rid of this, not a problem. There we go. Alright, so I don't think it's a drama at all. Alright, so if you want to buy again, this is going to be one zone, but keep an eye out for the gaps, right? See down here. So this thing can also be selling off right here, okay, because that's a heavy sell-off. Okay, so when it comes up here again, selling or sweeping stops and then selling is logical. All right, I hope that helps. Have a great weekend. Be cautious. It is Friday. As you know, I don't trade Fridays for a good reason.